love about live theater? The fact that anything can happen. Each performance is a little bit different and every audience gets its own unique experience. I'm very excited to be directing the first show in FRC's upcoming season, which takes that magic of live theater and just runs with it. It's a whodunit that actually asks you to figure out whodunit. This musical has everything. Murder, mayhem, madness, laughter, love, lust. All tied up in a fantastic show that won 5 Tonys, including Best Book, Best Score, and Best Musical. So what is this amazing show? It's a must.
There you are! I'm very glad we are the there you are!
Quite mad, and not be all that bad. Consider each superb, disturbing urge. You've more than brothers. We know no next of kin, and yet we know no others close beneath the skin.
I'll give myself to
Can't
you.
pay for one square dinner with the wages of a sinner.
Never the luck have
Perfect strangers, I might have loved you perfectly.
This is a show that has long intrigued me. It's a 5-time Tony Award-winning show, and also won the Grammy Award for Best Musical Show Album as well, but to my knowledge has never been performed in front of a Calgary audience, so our audience will be the first to experience it. It's a complex story about our obsession with fame and search for meaning and not realizing that true enlightenment comes from within ourselves. It's a story about how our family shapes us and that all the good and bad that has happened in our lives make us into the beautiful beings that we are. That each and every one of us is special and can overcome any obstacle. Add to that the pulsing rhythm of its music, and I hope that it will become a transformative experience that will resonate within our community for years to come.
What about the boy?
What about the boy? What about the boy he sighed on? Can't you feel me? I'm coming. Sensations and your troubles dancing, you know the answer happened for you. Each time it's like a statue, become part of the machine. Feeling all the bumpers always playing. I see the glory from you. I get opinions from you. Always in the house with me a twist. Opinion always has got such a
When I was growing up, there were a handful of movies that I considered to be my go-tos. What I mean by that is that they were movies that I'd pop in all the time, especially when I was sick or bored or for no reason at all, just because I loved them so much. So when I heard that one of these movies was being turned into a musical, it definitely got my interest spiked. And then I heard the music, and all I could say was, wow. The first time I heard the soundtrack, I just played it right on over again. It was so good. What I love about this musical is that, in my opinion, it's more than just your average movie musical. I mean, it's got a great overall story, but filled with thrill of a chase, some hilarious deception, and a bit of romance. All at the hands of a 17-year-old kid. I guarantee you'll fall in love with this show as well. Maybe even faster than I
life in living color. Let me take you for a ride. Fame and money, and it's got more curves than a plate. Lives that I don't own. I'm tired of living on the stage. A life that's
If he had sewn some needle point that hung on the walls, it would have said, "Little man, throw some balls."
Butter out of cream. Just make butter out of cream.
make some butter out of cream.
I hear what you're saying, son.
The world you find your perfect playmate.
Things look better from above, so buckle up. Next up,
Breaking all the rules.
Don't break the rules.
Or else we're living in a wild, wild west.
Don't break the rules.
God's keeping score. You don't want to fail that test.
Don't break the rules.
You thumb your nose at the life for which I strive.
But those rules,
FRC strives to produce a season of musicals that reaches out to all of our demographics, including those who love the classics from the golden age of musical theater. With this in mind, I'm thrilled to have been selected to direct this show, which features arguably one of the most soaring romantic scores written for a musical, yet with a bit of a bite and a message that is still pertinent today, nearly 70 years after it was first written. I'm looking to be influenced by the original novel upon which it was based, to present a classic with a bit of an edge to appeal to all generations of FRC patrons.
I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out.
Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger.
What ain't we got? We ain't got days.
We get packages.
Younger than springtime, are you? Softer than starlight, are you?
Bali, I may call you any night, any day. In your heart, you hear it call you. Come away.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was at this point in our story that Charles Dickens laid down his pen forever.
Got a lot out of playing. Learned a lot from it, you know. It's all I had, really. And my dreams. It's like people want me to pass that on in some way. So that's what I'm trying to do.
In Catch Me If You Can, I play Frank Abagnale Jr., who between the ages of 16 and 20 passed $2 million in bad checks while successfully impersonating a pilot, a doctor, and a lawyer. But there was always one problem. This guy chasing me. Ladies and gentlemen, I present FBI agent Carl.
Lieutenant, who the hell are you? I'm Lieutenant Joseph Cable, sir. I just flew in on that PBY.
Joyride?
No, sir. Orders.
Marine Louisiana is 24 miles long and 3 miles wide. Now, let's say that every time they send out a message, they move to another hill. It seems to me, looking at this thing realistically, they could last about a week.